I'm inside my hotel room working hard on, well, so far I'm just getting ready for my audit. I still have like 3 days I have till the end of the week to supply all the documents. You know, they send me a letter, they send me an email, and they gave me 20 days. Hold on, I'm just trying to open my... Jeez. Well, we cannot even open a file now? Alright. So yeah, what I did so far... What I did so far is, when I came back to Canada, so I mailed my IFTA, my HUT return, and I did my Kentucky. Hold on, I did my Kentucky. Kentucky was the easiest one because I didn't, just doing some coffee over here. It's one of those, I hate these, you know, like 1 cup. You have to put this in here. That's the view from, check this out, French windows. Wow. That's the view from my hotel room. A bit dirty over here, some beer cans, you know. The weather's, it's actually, I think it's warmer than in Florida, you know. It's like +3, 37, 38 F. This one is very noisy. And so yeah, Kentucky was the easiest one because you do it online, and I didn't have any miles. But others ones you have to you know, report. Like New York was also. I'm glad that I only did like 73 miles, but turns out New York, you want to, you need to report your loaded miles, unloaded miles, but the toll highways are not included. And I started scrambling. At least I only had 3 trips in New York, and 2 of those were toll. Now this thing is just blowing cold air, and I switch it off, it's still working. But so I did all that. Oh, finally. And then I went to MTO, Ministry of Transportation. I got the sticker that was missing in action that I bought for 2 years for my car. You know, we have stickers you have to put on the license plate, right? So I got 2 years, so now it's the year reads 2020. You know? And what else I did? Recently, my Dell started having issues with the power. Doesn't want to run on battery, even though the battery shows. I did some testing. I call them. I see like the battery charging 16% now, but it was, you know, it was. It was pretty much down, but doesn't want to start. You know, as soon as I disconnect the cord, I'll just show you in a second. But I called Dell, and my warranty ran out. I said, so we did some testing, even though I don't have a warranty. But you know, their support center, they tell you which buttons to push. You go into this diagnostic mode, and the battery health shows as excellent. She couldn't identify the problem. She says it's probably the motherboard. You know, the motherboard, that's like, you know, big issue. And because my warranty just ended in December, so she says I'll have to pay, either it's like $350 if I ship it, and then I'll be without a computer for 3 weeks, or they can kindly send over a technician with a new motherboard, and that will be only quote unquote 450 bucks Canadian. And so I removed a couple of software programs that like I had the system mechanic that was always switching my battery into ultra performance mode, you know. And then I went into BIOS, like F2. That's what this lady showed me, F2, and then you can change something in there. And the computer worked fine for the rest of the day yesterday. And I said, I cannot ship it to you because I need to do my audit for DOT until the end of this week. I need the computer because all my documents are here. And I said, by the way, how's the weather in India? And she says, India? I said, yeah, I'm betting you're in India because all support personnel is in India. She says, yeah, the weather is good. They're all in India, but she spoke very nice English with very slight, I couldn't tell, either Chinese or Indian accent, you know. But so I said, you know, hold on, yeah, I need the computer. And that's the problem, you know, if you send something, like it might as well buy a new computer, you know. Okay, and what else happened is that I have like a little outline over here with something I wanted to talk about. So I also, so I thought I fixed that problem, and I thought I fixed it, and now it's back today. The computer doesn't want to start. And also I emailed, you know, if my trailer does not sell, like that guy was supposed to come Sunday, he changed his mind. No, actually, I was at a restaurant with a friend. The time was 3:10, 10 after 3. This guy emails me and says, can we meet at 3:30? And we just ordered food, you know. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm having lunch. You should have given me some kind of a notice, you know, like at least an hour. Okay, I'll be back Wednesday. Okay, so he still wants to see the trailer, but Wednesday. So I have no idea. So if he was serious, probably he would find time to see it Sunday. I don't know. But so I'm leaning towards, you know, keeping this trailer. It's a monster trailer. Each time I look at the specs, like the ones I uploaded this morning, you know, 110,000 pounds and 12 feet. You know, with a flip axle. That's a pretty strong trailer. And so I emailed the Fontaine dealer, like a local Fontaine dealer, and I said, how much is that gooseneck extension flip box? Because I saw it $4,000 US, you know, crazy, on truckpaper.com, and he says he can get it for $3,200 US, but FOB Alabama, basically the plant. So just like the trailer, like I got the trailer, so if I give him $3,200, I can have it. I can have this flip box, but I'll have to pick it up in Alabama. And also, I emailed Quebec Ministry of Transportation, and I asked him what do I need to be able to take freight to and from Quebec, because until now I was only doing Ontario to US, US to Ontario, right? And they said I need basically, it's like a tax ID. You know, I don't need a safety rating, like a DOT number or CVR number. They have the same stuff over there, but since I have CVR from Ontario, and it's also a Canadian province, so I don't need that safety registration. Like American companies would need that because they don't have any Canadian registration. But since I already have Ontario, which is part of Canada, so Quebec recognizes that, and so that would be required from American carriers. So for me, the only thing that's left is this NEQ. It's basically, like I said, it's a tax ID for financial purposes. You have to register with I think it's Ministry of Enterprises or like business, and they assign you this tax ID. And I said, how can I do that? And they said, well, you can do it yourself, but the website is all in French. So if you don't speak French, I suggest you use, like a middleman, a broker. And they said the best bet is to use a permit company. And I said, how about this one? And I gave them the name of the company I've been talking to, and I know they're based in Quebec. And the guy on the phone said, yeah, we know them. Yeah, they will do. They can do it for you. And so I emailed them. I said, how much will it cost? Because I know it can be Quebec, fees can be quite high, but I really need that. I want to add Quebec to my, even though originally I didn't want to do it because everything is in French, but the fact is they do have lots of factories over there, and this will really help me make more money, to pay for the truck, for the new truck, higher payments. And so now I'll have Ontario, Quebec, and US, perfect. And also, I went to see financial advisor at one of the banks over here, like the only bank that offers equipment financing. And they didn't approve me for the entire amount, and the guy says, just if you need some bridge financing to help with the cash flow, just go see this, call this number, they can approve you over the phone. And like a small business advisor. So I call him. And as usual, if you just, a single guy, like one guy with a truck and trailer, they don't actually look at you as a small business, especially since you're not incorporated. The guy says, oh, you probably should just apply for a line of credit, And he said, the best to do it at the branch. And so I booked an appointment, and today I went there, and they kept me like 15 minutes over, like my appointment was for 11:30, 11:40, 11:45, so finally the door opens, and she says, okay, I'm sorry, like I got, tied up with the previous customer, and I said, and I, was joking, I said, you have any money left? And she says, well, it depends, I understand you talk with this other guy, right, and he couldn't approve you, so I'm not sure I can either. Wait a second, so why did we bother with this whole appointment thing, They could have told me this over the phone. Instead I had to drive downtown, Guelph, it was difficult to find parking there, but I did it, and basically we spent half an hour, and she says, yeah, you need either more income or less debt, or basically it didn't work, so it was just a waste of time. But now let me see what happens. I'll try to duplicate this problem. So let's see. We're gonna disconnect this. See, the battery is charged. 16%. Why is it still 16? Power mode plugged in. Okay. Best battery life. So check this out. See? This computer was $3 grand, And check this out. I push the button, you see? Nothing happens. Totally dead. And the Dell says you gotta open the rear cover, disconnect the battery, and basically they say it can be some static electricity. And as soon as I plug it in, see, the button comes to life, and the computer starts the operating system. Oh boy, I think I need a new computer. I don't want to spend $400 on a motherboard, I think I'll go back to Mac. I never had these issues. Like I think Dell now, everything is probably in China, India, Pakistan. And this year was not the lucky year for this computer, since I had to replace the power supply, like the brick, and now this. So anyway, so didn't hear yet from the financing lady, apart that they lowered the payment, the required payment up front, right? So I'm still waiting for my refund for my sales tax. Got some good money from YouTube today. That helps as well. And got the first payment from Facebook, that fundraiser. So things are moving along. So I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for watching. Take care.